Hello, this video is about the rollover assignment that's part of the JavaScript Chapter 7 lab. A student contacted me because a little bit confused about how something was working for him. And I kind of looked at this code that's supplied by the book, by the authors of the book, and I think it's a little confusing, and I don't quite like how they did it. So I just kind of want to go over this real quick and show you my solution. So here we have two images. The first one is the the image one and image two, and we have the hero image and the bison image. So which is the hero image is this one on the left, and the bison image on the right. And let's go look at the HTML on that. So right here we have the image one is hero, image two is bison. And then we also have these four images that the authors, as far as the exercise from the book, this is how they're hiding this UL with in the style sheet. You see display none for the UL, right, for the unordered list. So this is basically hiding that. So it's hiding this, but you can use this to grab these images and put them in an array. Okay. So what I did here, this is how the book had this, and so basically, if you went through each, there's four different images, and it really isn't a good idea to, here you're actually overriding this each time, four times you're overriding this image one dot add event listener. So it really doesn't make sense to do this like this. The preferred way, I believe, is to basically loop through the images, put that in an array, and then you create your event listeners separately, and then go ahead and populate them with with what you need. So we're just going to go ahead and get rid of this, and this is basically what I did. So like at the top here, I went ahead and create this image cache, which is basically just an empty array with the length will be a 0. Okay. And then I went ahead and looped through the links, which let's take another look at that real quick. So here's these four links, and each one has the URL for the image. Okay. And we're setting the source equal to that link URL, and the alt tag of the image to the title that's in that HTML as well, right? We have the title right here. Okay. And then I'm populating this image cache with each image. Okay. And then here, so this for loop is going to end here. So this is going to loop through this and add all the images to this image cache. And then after that, we're going to go ahead and do an add event listener. And this add event listener for image one, for the mouse over, is going to actually go and grab, since arrays start with a 0, it's going to grab the first one. It's going to grab the first one for a mouse over, which if we look at our HTML, it's going to go grab release is the first one. And it's grabbing the source and the alt tag, and it's placing it into here. Okay, image one. And then for the mouse out, we're going to image cache 2, which would be basically, this would be 0, 1, 2 would be the hero image. So it's basically going back to this image that's over here on the right-hand side, the first one in the browser. That's the hero image. Okay. And then here for image 2, what we're doing is we're grabbing the subscript 1, which is basically the second image in the HTML, which is the deer image. So when we go do a mouse over of that bison, it will become a deer. And then when we do a mouse out of that, it's going to return back to the bison image, which is the last one, which is the fourth one in the image cache. Okay. So let's go ahead and on this side, we'll go ahead and do the mouse over. So here's image one on the left. The left one is the image one. When we go over it, it's changing this to the release image. And then over here on the bison one, it's going to change it to the deer image. And then back to the bison, right? Now, one thing you can do that's kind of interesting is you can basically, pull this up in DevTools, which is kind of interesting here. Let me arrange this a little better. So here in DevTools, if you do a right click here, let me start from scratch. Let me do a right click and click inspect. And when you do an inspect, if you got elements, you got the HTML here, when you actually roll over, so here's our images in our HTML. You got image one, image two. So you can see the alt tag being the big one there. So actually, if you go ahead and roll over that image, you'll see how that changes to the other image. Catch and release now, right? And then over here on the bison image, we got this grazing bison. If we go ahead and hover over this, we'll actually see it being replaced with the deer image. Just kind of interesting little tool there, can help you out, especially for debugging and seeing how things work. I hope this helps help you with that lab assignment. Please let me know if you have any questions, and have a good day.